Welcome back, guys, and today we are back in SnowRunner checking out a brand new mod called the ZVER-K165. At least I think that's what it's called. Now, if I double check, yes it is. It's actually the ZVER-K-165, but you know what? Diesel and I have decided that that is a little bit more complicated than we would like for something to say every time. So we've decided to call this tractor Steve. And don't ask me where I got that name from or where Diesel got that name from. It just kind of happened. It just kind of materialized. But without any further ado, we're going to take Steve down to the garage, see what kind of customization options he has, and then we're going to take it out for a drive and see what it's all about. But before we do that, I want to show you guys what this thing is actually capable of out in a farm environment, especially in the mud with these double duals, both on the front and on the rear. So let's fire this thing up. And once we fire it up, I'm also going to show you guys how you can literally run that front blade in forklift fast mode, which makes it super convenient. So let's go and take the handbrake off, and I'm going to get this thing turned around. Now, it has a articulated center steer system, and I've just run into one of my own trailers. Nice. But let's make our way on over to where it's a little bit more muddy, and you could use that blade to kind of, push that corn over if you wanted to, but check out this thing's capabilities in the mud. It's pretty impressive. Now, this is in high, in all-wheel drive with the diffs unlocked. Now, you can lock them in any of the low ranges, but keep in mind, many trucks that I have driven through this particular section of mud have immediately gotten swamped out in high with their diff lock on. And so this thing doesn't even have its diff lock on, and it's just plowing right through it like it wasn't even there. Let's turn into the cornfield now and see if we can keep it going in high range. And as you can see, it just doesn't even care. It just continues to plow forward. A little bit of interior view action for you guys. You can see Beans chilling out right there on the dash. You can see our little spare tool kit. You can see our first aid kit chilling out on the passenger seat. And we're still just making our way down to the cornfield. It's like it literally doesn't even care what stands in its way. It truly does not care. But now, let's make our way down to the garage and do a little bit with the customization. Now, the cool thing about this tractor is that you can run either the double duals or you can run super singles, depending on what kind of setup you want to go for. Now, engines-wise, you have engine 1 with 165 horsepower, then you have the IMZ-8 520 and the KZ-GT-8 530T. Now, I believe that particular engine is an engine that actually comes in some of the vanilla game 8x8s, which means it's going to be more than adequate here. Now, gearbox-wise, we got special, fine-tune, and advanced special. I like the advanced special, but if you want that adjustable sliding low range, I would, or not even sliding low range, but just sliding ranges in general, I would definitely go for the fine-tune. Now, suspension-wise, you got one option, and tires-wise, you have the super singles, you have a different set of single tires, and then you have the 60-inch double duals. Now, these 59-inch tires are interesting because they have a little bit more of a, I would say, probably pavement-friendly tread pattern than these do. So if you're farming in an area that's got a little bit more usable pavement, maybe a little bit more usable like back roads instead of muddy roads, this might be a better tire to go with. I personally really like the doubles. Those are my personal favorites, but once again, that is entirely up to you guys when you build this thing for yourselves. Now, winch-wise, we've got some winches that are rank locked, but we also have the autonomous winch, which is really nice to have, and it seems to be unlocked in terms of rank, because in this particular save out here on Canadian Runner 02, the old volcano, I'm only rank 3. So, and I was able to install the autonomous winch no problem. Now, diff lock, engageable diff lock is on there, although you can remove it if you want, although I wouldn't recommend removing it. And then frame add-on wise, you have a trailer saddle, which I believe is for low saddle trailers. We can go ahead and test that out in a moment. We have a shovel that literally gets bolted to the back of the, it looks like it gets bolted just to the back of the cab. Then you have extra fuel canisters, which is really nice to have. Then you have the blade up front, and then you also have a spare wheel that can go on the back. Now, currently I'm running it with the spare wheel, but what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to throw the canisters up there, and then I'm going to put the trailer saddle. And interestingly, you cannot run the trailer saddle and the fuel canisters. That's interesting. So let's go over to the miscellaneous stuff now. We have the first aid kit and the sidewalls of the hood. Now, this is interesting because if you want to actually expose the engine and be able to see it while you're driving around, you could just take that, well, actually, we didn't have it on before. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, you literally could just have the engine covers off on the sides if you prefer it that way. Let's go ahead and put the first aid kit back in there. Then you have instruments, which you can actually, oh, I see. So if you put the first aid kit up there on the dash, it puts that one kit right there. But if you do instruments, it has the first aid kit on the other seat and then the tools up there on the dash. I prefer that. Then there's the radio, dude, that's so sick. You can actually put a radio up there on, like, up at the top of the headliner. I love that. And then now, it looks like you also have a little bit of a step in there, but that will remove the blade if you have it on the front. Now, let's see. You could do circular spotlights up top, or you could do kind of a little bit more rectangular style. I'll switch to those because they seem a little bit more suited to the look of the rig. And then once you get into the color options, they're all custom, and they all have a very weathered, very weathered, very heavily used, very almost like, almost like it's been literally worked on the farm for a long time, like for many years. But that actually is how it should look, that's how you would expect it to look. And then of course, you have your standard assortment of bobbleheads available up there on the dash. Now, you also have, if you want to throw like any of the accessories in here to hang from the rearview mirror, you totally can. I'm actually going to go down and grab probably Pine Forest. And then exterior stickers, you actually have, oh, that's so sick. Tractor 1500 Turbo. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. I dig that. That's so cool. All right, so now let's head over to the trailer store and see what kind of trailers this thing can actually hook up to. Bro, I love those stickers. Those stickers look so good. All right, let's hit the forklift. I should say just the blade control, but the menu says forklift. So when I see forklift, I say forklift. It's one of those things. Like when I see the description saying forklift, I end up just going for that. Now, one of the other cool things about this tractor is that it comes with some trailers that are designed solely for it, but it can also pull a multitude of other trailers as well. So let's pull up real quick. And then now, you can see we have a ramped flatbed, fuel carrier pull behind, a lumber pull behind, and then this is really cool because this is a trailer that was designed for this tractor that actually is basically an equipment trailer. Then as you go down, you got a flatbed trailer designed for it. You have a long flatbed trailer with some really high sides, which is going to make it a lot harder for cargo to tip out. Then you also have a sideboard semi-trailer, which is really nice. Only carries one unit of cargo, though. And then you also have a fuel tanker semi-trailer, which is like, what do you mean insufficient space? I literally have all the space in the world. Are you kidding me? You're literally right there. It's probably a bug. Yeah, that's got to be some kind of bug. Can it attach anything? Yeah, it can attach that. What about this? Yeah, it can attach that too. So it's not really that big of an issue. I don't know why it's freaking out about it. What about this thing? That one says insufficient space. That one's fine. So basically anything that's attaching to the actual semi-trailer portion of this tractor seems to be getting upset about something. And I really don't know why. It doesn't make sense that it would be getting upset. I mean, we have plenty of space, but that's weird. I wonder if that's got something to do with the tractor itself, or maybe the tractor doesn't like the environment that this map offers up to it. Now, one of the other things that I like about it is that if you do want to use it as an actual work vehicle and drive it around the map, and actually do tasks and objectives with it, you totally can because it's got plenty of pace to do it. Now, real quick, just because I want to, and I'm obsessed with doing things like this, I'm going to lower the blade just a bit, and then, yes, I'm going to remove these cars from the general area. I told you not to park here. I told you not to park here. You are going to need to move. Was that parking ticket not enough for you? It doesn't seem like it because your car has been here for a week and you haven't moved crap. So, y'all are both gone. Now, let's see what happens if I try to push both of these at the same time. Especially up against that, like, concrete wall. Or rather, just set of concrete blocks. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I don't think that's really working. I really don't. Hold on, let's see. Let me pick it up just a bit. I wish I could go, yeah, I wish I could go forward and also pick up on the actual blade at the same time. Yeah, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. It's all good. All right, back it up. We'll get out of forklift mode. I've had my fun pushing things around in forklift mode with the blade. All All right, let's get back to the trailer now, because we needed to bring that trailer back to the farm anyway, so this actually works out really, really well. So let me back up to where the trailer hookup is within reach. There we go. And then now we can make our way on back to the farm. I really do think that the trailers and the tractor, they honestly look so good together. The creator of this thing did an amazing job with it. He really did. And I think that it's definitely worth looking into, even if you're not a big tractor person. Like, even if you mainly drive trucks in this game, I think, you know, especially if you have a farming-related role play, this definitely will fit into that super, super well. And, you know, with Phase 8 supposedly, rumoredly, being about farming, this will be an amazing addition to that as well. Although it seems to have gotten a bit twisted up. Bro, what? You need diff lock for this? What the heck were you having a problem with so bad that you needed diff lock for that? The hill? I mean, maybe, but... Oh, nope, 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 nope. Let's not... Nope, nope. Apparently, diff lock is the way to go on hills with this thing. The double duals can maybe be a little bit cumbersome in that sense. I mean, even if you're trying to, like, get up a hill, there might be some times where they might get caught a little bit, and you may have to just stop and turn your lockers on, which I guess could be a little bit frustrating if you had a bunch of cargo on you or you were trying to get a task done quickly, but this thing has got really good pace to it. It's not slow, and especially for a tractor, I would definitely consider it to be on the faster end of what most tractors would usually offer. I think the speed is plenty adequate for what you would expect out of it. And the gauges work. That's so awesome. The interior view definitely works well enough to the point to where I would say this thing would be perfectly comfortable being essentially daily driven in interior view. You could use this in interior view, you know, throughout basically the entirety of your use of it. I mean, the mirrors work, just about everything in here works. There's a little screen up there, that doesn't do anything, but that's not really, you know, it's not necessarily a big deal that that doesn't do anything, I don't think. You know, some people might think that's a big deal. I don't personally think that's that big of a deal. But now we're back out here at our farm. I'm going to drop off the trailer in just a moment, and that is going to be a look at the what is it again? The ZVER K-165, aka Steve. But with that being said and done, guys, hope you all enjoyed this look at this tractor mod. Make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to you all later.